And good evening from Quincy High Blue Devil Gymnasium over on the campus of Quincy High Senior High. It's time for Quincy High Blue Devil basketball from the females side as the Blue Devils take on the Rock Island Rocks tonight. Should be a good one on this night before the weather starts coming in. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman as we are a week past the first week of getting back. Everybody's back in school, and the Devils, after a nice week against Moline, Granite City, and then even Columbia Battle at the Sophie Classic, they are ready to be back on the home court. The band is playing, and we're ready to rock and roll. And we're ready to start the second half of the Western Big Six, right where we started off the first time against Rock Island, playing earlier this season. First conference game, the Devils would win 51-17 in Rocky. Leading the way that game, Jada Brown had 14, Miley Loncourt had 11, and Taylor Foey had 9 in that ball game. And so here we go, second round. We're at home against Rocky tonight. Of course, the boys will hopefully, weather permitting, travel to the Rock Garden tomorrow night to take on the Rocks. Of course, they lost their game to Moline. The Maroons did not lose it, but actually have moved it on rescheduling from Tuesday night to January 30th on it. Well, the Devils have come back with some great wins here in the second half of the season as they start off with the Moline victory 65-34 to improve to 14-4, 5-2 in the conference. Taylor Foley had 17, Jada Brown with 13, and Layla Dade with 11. Then Granite City 68-9, a blowout in that ball game, got some subs in. They took the time and went over to Columbia Battle for Sunday for the Sophie Cunningham Classic. We'll talk a little bit about that at halftime or maybe even the pregame if we have time. And now back to conference. Well, we had a chance to talk to Coach for a moment here. We did not get to talk as much about the Columbia trip, but here's the coach and a little preview of what we've seen so far this season, the second half. And welcome back to the pregame show. With me, the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devil girls, Brad Danson. Coach, let's kind of break down where we were from last week. We ended up with our last conference game against Moline. Great game there. And then we had Saturday, a road game against Southeast. Let's take those two games first in our play.
All right, so this Saturday we play Southeast. Last Saturday we played Granite City.
That's what I meant,
so,
yes.
Granite City, they were down a little bit this year and they were struggling. It was a good opportunity for us to get some other girls in and, save some legs. And then we drove from there over to Columbia to play in the Sophie Cunningham Classic. And we played Battle. It was a very physical game. It was a good game, but at times I thought the physicality got to us and we didn't finish like we were capable of doing, and that was kind of the difference in the game. But it was a great experience for the girls. They got to meet Sophie and Lindsay, and they hung out with them quite a bit, and they came and said some really good things about our program. So it was a good weekend for the girls.
And of course we're talking about the Sophie Cunningham Classic. She played at Rockbridge, then she played at Mizzou, now playing in the WNBA in Phoenix, and so they were there, both her and her sister. I got to mention Lindsay, who's 2 years older, because she made sure she pointed that out. Of course, the Moline game, we clapped off the first cap of the first half, which was nice for the Western Big Six. We've got the new one right here, Rock Island. First time 51-17, not a close game. And then we go with Southeast on Saturday. And then we get really a week off almost before we play at Geneseo. So really we've got a little lead time here and not the toughest opponents, so we do have to stay sharp, though.
We do, and this will be a lot tougher game than what it was up there. We played really well, and they were still trying to figure some things out. That's what we told our girls the last 2 days of practice. This isn't going to be an easy game. It's going to be a game we're going to have to come out and do what we need to do to have a chance to win. But we've just got to make sure we're focused and we take care of business the way we're supposed to. And then we'll go practice tomorrow, and then Saturday we'll go to Southeast and play there. It's a new one on our schedule here. It's a team similar to like a Rock Island. They want to run up and down. They want to try to speed the game up, make selfish turnovers, things like that. So it's one of those things that we're going to have to, it's a good practice tonight for Saturday too. So two similar teams, so we'll have to be ready to go both days.
Of course, Rocky does have 7 wins. They're 7-12, so they've been winning some ball games outside of the conference too.
Yeah, they have, and he does a really good job with them. And like I just said, we're going to have to be ready to go, and we're going to have to be focused and take care of business. And it won't be like it was last time, but he'll have his girls ready, and hopefully our girls will be up to the challenge.
Of course, that's the legend up there, Henry Hall, that coaches the Rocks out here. Now on Saturday, I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of snow in Bloomington to move that game to Monday for the BCC, because then we get to cover you down in Springfield. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, well, whatever works. As long as we get them in, that's all that matters to me. I hate having to do the reschedule and things like that. So I want to get the games in, and hopefully everybody gets to and from their games safely, and everybody has a good weekend.
You got it. Well, good luck tonight. No, we'll catch you after the ball game.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, and that was Brad Dance. His comments, of course, were powered by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai. Up next, we've got the Quincy High Blue Devil girls, and they're going to battle the Rock Island Rocks right here. It's the Blue Devils and the Rocks on mechasportsco.com. And welcome back to the pregame show here at Quincy High as we're getting ready for that game. Blue Devil girls taking on the Rocks for the second time of the year. We're starting the conference back up and get ahead of the weather there. Of course, the band is rocking as usual. I love being back here at Quincy. Either side of town as I got the bands filling in the play. It's funny because we were talking with Coach and I asked, let's go ahead and break down, last week Moline and then Granite City. Of course, I got ahead of myself with the Southeast. And then we'll talk about the Sophie Classic in detail, and we got a little ahead of ourselves, and so we missed some of those details from the Sophie Classic, and some of those were some great play inside by the Devils. We had Jada Brown with 14 points and 12 rebounds. She had a double-double. Taylor Foey had 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots. She was MVP of the game down there. She played great. Layla Dade scored, I believe she had 7 or 9 in that ball game. So the Devils played well. It took it to overtime, by the way, against Battle. It was 38-38. Devils could not score in the postseason, or in the overtime, excuse me. They're getting to postseason already. That's about 6 weeks away, folks. And the Devils lost that one by 4. But a good ball game there. Had a couple opportunities. And, of course, on the other side, free throws were missed by Battle late in that ball game, gave us a chance in there. But in that ball game as well, which I wanted to talk to Coach, 36 minutes, 32 plus the 4-minute overtime. And Taylor Foley played all but 1 minute. Jada Brown played all but 2 minutes. Chevalier played all but 3 minutes, and she was out of the game when she ran into Miley Loncourt early in the ball game, and it was a chest and couldn't breathe. We thought it was maybe a concussion protocol. So those girls played some minutes, and even our other girls were 29 and 30 minutes, our starters. So the girls did an excellent job out there, played a good ball game, and on the other side as well, I believe the Spartans had a few girls that were going just as much, over 30 minutes. Hey, the Western Big Six, taking a look at it tonight. Quincy, of course, has Rock Island. Galesburg is hosting Sterling tonight. East Moline is hosting Alleman. That will be the best game in the conference tonight, as East Moline is tied for first. Alleman is tied with Quincy High in that third place slot, as East Moline is tied with Galesburg at the top slot. And then Moline will host Geneseo tonight as well. So we'll try to get some scores on those, usually without Coach Pettit being on my side. A little harder to check into the scores and broadcast the ball game, though. So a lot of action here is right now. Galesburg leading the way in the conference with East Moline both 6-1. Quincy and Alleman are both 5-2. Sterling is 2-4. Moline is 1-5. And Geneseo and Rock Island are both 1-6 to wrap it up. We're going to let the Devils jam away as I get the starting lineups ready for the call here in the national anthem, as we've got 1 more minute before we're ready to start playing. And the lights go down, and we'll get ready for our national anthem. We will stand and we'll honor our flag, taking our hats off and our hand on our heart. Thank you to all those who have come before us and fought for this country. And that was our national anthem brought to you by the Quincy High Band. As we get ready for the starting lineups tonight, Quincy High comes in 15-5, 5-2 in the conference. On the other side, 7-12, 1-6 in the conference of the Lady Rocks from Rock Island. There we go, get my light over here. Don't need as much light as I do at Blue Devil Gymnasium, but still, lights are out. Let's go for the Lady Rocks. First of all, they will start number 2, Casario Bell. She's a 6-foot sophomore. Number 5, Jordan Randall, 5-foot freshman. That Randall name very familiar with Rock Island. Michaela Curry wears number 10. She's a 5'5" sophomore. We've got Denaja Bragg, 5'6" sophomore. And rounding out the starting lineup, Amaya Jackson, 5'7" junior. And of course, head coach Henry Hall, assisted by Larry Hall and Betty Hall for the Rocks. As we mentioned, the Rocks won the first game 42-41 on a last-second shot at the buzzer. Devils played great defense. The shot came up short but fell close to the basket, and Rocks picked it up and put it in at the buzzer. Right before that, Kendall Nyquist for the Devils hit a three-pointer to give a 1-point lead. The Rocks wear their red trimmed in yellow, or gold if you will. Very familiar with that. And now the Blue Devils. Their starting lineup tonight. Number 4, Leah Chevalier. She's a 5'8" senior. Number 14, Miley Loncourt. She's a 5'8" freshman. Number 21, Jada Brown, averaging 15 points and almost 7 rebounds a game, 5'10" freshman. Layla Day, number 22, running the point, 5'4" senior. And running the starting lineup, number 42, Taylor Foey, a 6-foot senior. She is averaging about 11 points a game and also 6.5 rebounds. She also had 5 blocks the other day. Most of these girls are averaging a couple and a half assists a game and very good at sharing the basketball. Head coach Brad Dance, assisted by Brad Bergman, Katie Klopper, and Greg Wellman. And that's your lineup. And we'd like to do a little shout out there to Uncle Richard Foey. He's down in Wentzville. He loves watching the games. And Richard was an All-American at HLG, went down and played ball at Central Missouri, and spent his life as administrator in the Wentzville School District. He's retired down there and listening to the games. Of course, the Devils are in their home white, trimmed in blue. And that's your starting lineups. And of course, we thank Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai, Faith Family Giving Back for the pregame show, and of course, they power the coaches' comments. Gonna have a chance to talk about the crew there over at Kunis. Also, I believe Coach Belt here at Quincy High. Him and his wife bought a Hyundai before the holidays. I didn't have a chance to give that shout out. Well, here we go. The Devils are going to be working right to left on your dial. Taylor Foey in the center circle. Casario Bell, the 6-foot sophomore, will be in it for the Rocks. Tip goes up, and the Rocks at the opening tip, working left to right. Down the left block, passed over to the right block. Shot taken, a late foul as Foey came over to help out, and the Rocks will head to the line. Denaja Brigg will shoot 2. Foul was on Foey. It's the first of the game, so obviously the first for the Devils or other team. First free throw, no good, and she'll have one more. Glad you're with us tonight. I'm Jeff Wellman, of course, mechasportsco.com. Picking us up either live on our site or on YouTube, and you can also pick us up on Facebook. 2 free throws missed. Devils get the rebound. Miley Loncourt, left side, 3, no good. Jada Brown goes up high and gets the rebound. Back out to Layla Dade. Dade hits the 3. Layla gets the putback as the rebound by Jada Brown. Devils lead by 3. And in the house tonight, Bowen Brockmiller, former soccer player here for the Devils. He spent his first year out in the college ranks. He's here tonight. Right side with the basketball. That's Jordan Randall. Back up to the top of the key. Ball to the left side. Handling that basketball is Bragg. Bragg tries to go in the high post. That's Bell. Bell, the 6-footer. Ball goes inside, comes right back out. Inside with the guard, and her shot is blocked. It looked like Randall was in there. And blocking it and getting the ball was Jada Brown. 1 minute into the game. Devils with a 3-point lead. Into the high post, Foey to the left side. Dade fires a 3. off the front of the iron. Foley inside, goes in from the left, takes it to the right, good. Taylor Foley the rebound and the putback. Devils lead 5-0. McGarrett in the defensive set. Devils mix it up between man-to-man, little 1-2-2 action at times. Chevalier's out at the point, not letting the ball come in. It does go into the high post, almost the travel. Ball kicks back out, left wing shot for the Rocks, no good. Strong side rebound picked up by the Devils, that's Taylor Foley. To Dade. Dade from the left side all the way to the right corner. Actually the right wing to Loncourt. Went into Brown, but it was just off of her hands. Jada tried to save it, loose ball turnover. Lots of action. It's January, and we're ready for the basketball action. As long as we can stay away from the weather, which we have some coming in tomorrow night. Rocks throw the ball away, so the basketball a little slick to begin here. 6:17 left in the first. Devils up 5-0. Rocks will take it back to half court. Randall away at half court. Randall picks up Chevalier. Ball in the left corner to Brown. Brown skips it all the way over to Loncourt. Loncourt on the right wing, brings it in with the dribble, has it tipped away. Chevalier saves it to Dade. Devils will keep it. Layla with the drive in the corner. Loncourt in the high post, a hand pass, that pass on the dribble, which we always talk about. Ball skipped from the right side to the left wing. Here's Loncourt for three, no good. Chevalier tried to tip it away on the weak side. Coming away for the Rocks with the rebound was Jackson. And Jackson loses the ball over on the far side, free throw line extended. Devils will get it. Not a bad crowd out here for a cold night. Looks like Steve Luton's handling the band there. He looks like the conductor out in front. Devils into the high post. Foley kicks it back out. Back into Foley. Jada Brown on the baseline. Her drive kicks to Chevalier. Back to the short corner. Oh, good inside passing. Count the basket. Great pass. Chevalier from the wing down to the short corner. Brown was there. Found Foley on the low block. Taylor took a good step to the basket and got fouled. And it'll be an and one. First foul of the game. Fidelia Awudi just checked into the ball game. Rocks with one foul now. Foley misses the free throw. Rebound comes away to the Rocks. Bell cross down to the right side. Throws it off her own girl at the top. But Randall comes over and saves it. Rocks hang onto the basketball. Right wing, good defense out there by Brown and Dade. Ball gets worked around to the left side. Jackson in the corner. Into the high post. Ooh, almost a travel out there. Back to the top of the key to Bragg. Devils keeping the ball outside. Now it drops down to the short corner. Brown and Foley almost with a trap there. Brown still in the corner. Good defense. Ball comes back out high to Bragg. Bragg lost the handle. Here's Chevalier with it. Leah to the basket. And Leah will be fouled hard to the floor. Foul will be called on Bell, her first and the second for the Rocks. Leah Chevalier heads the line to shoot 2 free throws. Leah hits the first one. I talked to her before the ball game. Against Battle, she ran into Miley Loncourt, and it was the loudest pop. Thought for sure she might have had a concussion. When she came over, she was having a hard time breathing. We'll let her shoot a free throw, and I'll follow my story up. As we wait for the tucking of the shirt. Chevalier has one more free throws. Misses the second. Foley in for the rebound and the putback. Taylor Foley came around the outside, got the rebound and the putback. Devils lead 10-0. Leah came over to the side and she was complaining about breathing problems. She had actually ran into her and had a tough time, but she still came out and played all but 3 minutes of the ball game. Said she was a little sore the next day and had a little bit of a headache. Loncourt with the steal. Here come the Devils. Down the right side, Chevalier in the right corner. Skips around left side, Loncourt. Loncourt goes right back to Chevalier. Leah starts her drive into the high post to Brown. Back out to Foley. Taylor drives, kicks it out. In the left corner, Chevalier with a drive. Devils going in with some good inside-outside. Dade to the basket. Her shot no good. Devils rebound. Brown passed it up. Dade picked it up. Down to the block. Good spin move. Jada Brown. Brown for the score. Jada Brown with a nice spin move to the basket. We've got a timeout with 3:49 for the Rocks as the Devils lead 12-0 in this ball game. As the band continues to be wild, they're born to be wild over there. Hey, the rankings came out today, and while we pay attention to them throughout the season, just to kind of give a barometer, a thermometer, or a gauge on where we're at, the Blue Devil girls are now in 10th. They were 9th in the last one, so that lost to Battle, who was a good ball team, didn't affect them. I would imagine it wouldn't have affected them either way, so they are in the 10th slot. Still got Alton in our bracket at number 3. They're receiving 3 votes, and also O'Fallon tied at number 7. Those are 2 teams we'll have to face in the regionals. We'll pick up on some more of the rest as we're back to action. 3:45 left in the first quarter. Devils lead 12-0. Back on defense. Bree Lannard into the ball game. Bree gets a piece of the ball. Layla Dade almost picks it up. Also, Kate Medemeyer checked in. That gives Chevalier and Foey both a break. Bree at the point of the 1-2-2. Dade and Longcourt at the high post. In the low post, Medemeyer and Brown. Left side, shot by Randall, no good. Weak side rebound, Jada Brown. Outlets to Dade. Dade down the line. Good passes. Went from Bree Lannard right inside to Kate Medemeyer. Just didn't hit the glass enough. And the rebound comes away to the Rocks. That's Kazaria Bell. Down into the right block, then it gets out to the left corner. Shot no good for 3. Came up air ball. Brown with another rebound. Dade, outlets, Longcourt. This time finds Medemeyer. Medemeyer misses. Medemeyer gets her own rebound. And then Jada Brown came down to rebound and ran into Medemeyer. Rocks got the rebound, but threw it away right away. Longcourt with it. Nice pace for the Devils. Medemeyer inside again. This time into Brown. She tried to get the pass away. She'll get credit for the assist. And the ball got tipped twice. Brown picked it up, went in for the layup. 14-0, Devils. Inside steal, Jada Brown. Jada is everywhere tonight on the boards and with the steal. Layla Dade down the left side. Leonard into Medemeyer. Medemeyer will skip it over to Longcourt on the right side. Oh, in and out. Tipping the ball away was Bell. Brown was going for the rebound. Approaching 2 minutes left, first quarter action here at Quincy High. Devils lead 14-0. Bell in the high post, gets it, goes strong to the hole. Whoa, and Kate Medemeyer steps up and blocks the shot of this 6-footer. Thought we might have some body contact and free throws. Bell's going to get to take a break now. 2:07 left first quarter action. 3 across the line in the low post. Rocks throw it in, lose it. Chevalier runs into Byquest. Leah just checked in, as well as Cameron Byquest. Poor Leah, we just got done talking about the running to the Longcourt earlier. Now she runs into Byquest and hits the floor. And I think Longcourt's going to come in just to double check, make sure Leah's all right. So, Leonard, Longcourt, and Byquist up front. Medemeyer and Foey on the low block. Rocks with the basketball. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Devils with the 14-0 lead. Rocks into the right corner. Randall had the ball back to the top of the key. Goes into the high post, quickly into the right side. Stepping in, and a travel. Trying to get through was Denaja Cartwright. And now the Rocks are going to pick up full court. In the backcourt with the ball, Longcourt. Randall's out on the point. Throws it over the top, and Byquest in the set. Byquest gets knocked to the floor, and we got a jump ball. Alternate Pizzero will stay with the Devils as Foey gets on the ground. Cameron Byquest right in front of us took a check into the Rock bench. Devils will get in. Byquest Loncourt, Leonard, Foley, and Medemeyer. Right side Loncourt starts the drive. Takes it back to the right corner. Stepping out was Medemeyer. Into the high post, Foley. She'll come to the left side, Leonard. Nice crossover dribble. Oh, a nice interior bounce pass to Foley. Oh, Taylor missed it. Taylor gets her own rebound. Taylor goes up again, and this one a good call there. As Fidelia Awudi got her hand on top of the ball. That was a jump ball, so the alternate possession goes to Rock Island. Approaching 1 minute left in the first quarter here. Rocks with the basketball, still waiting to score. In the high post, that's Cartwright. Cartwright's shot is good. First basket comes inside 1 minute as the Devils ran out the first 14. Ball inside will be kicked. Devils will have the basketball back. Jada Brown's coming in. Foley will get a break with 55.5 left in the first quarter. Coach Dance, we always give the boys colors today in kind of the casual sweatshirt, black sweatshirt. Ball was taken away inside. Good job there by Giselle Aceves. You got Aceves and Randall in there, two small guards. Cartwright still in the ball game. Jackson. Trying to see our other girl in there that came in as we've switched from some of the starters. Rocks will have it under their own basket. Oh, Bree Leonard, good job with a steal out high. Gets it out to Dade. Dade's going to take it in for the layup. Easy left-hand layup. Good steal by Bree. Good layup there by Layla. She's got 5. That 3 in that bucket there. Top of the key. Giselle shoots a 3. No good. Medemeyer fights inside for the rebound. Doesn't get the rebound, but tips it away. To Loncourt, who has it in the backcourt. Miley dribbling behind her back a couple times to get it across the timeline. Got Randall on her. Right side to Bree. Bounce pass inside. Medemeyer. Count it. It rolled on the rim, and they're going to call traveling as it had a foul. Kate made a nice move. We thought we had an and one. And as it rolled on the rim and went in, the official called the travel on the 1.5 steps for the layup. Three-quarter court pressure. Devils steal the ball. Losing the handle was Bragg. Here comes Jada Brown. Loncourt was the trailer. Miley goes hard to the basket. Miley fires the ball up after running into Woody. And the clock goes as the Rocks get the last rebound. But we played a quarter here at Quincy High. It's the Blue Devils 16 and the Rocks from Rock Island 2. I'm Jeff Wellman. You're listening to Blue Devil and watching, of course, Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com. Yes, every chord that every guitar player wants to play, even if they don't know how to play. Smoke on the water. Devils lead 16-2. Will have the ball in the second quarter. Dade gets it, drives in, bounces the ball at Brown's feet. Devils get it back, though. Layla Dade, Leah Chevalier, Miley Loncourt, Jada Brown, and Taylor Foley. Bounces into Foley on the low block. They go inside and getting pushed from behind. So Devil will have it on the baseline. We'll check the foul. First one of the second quarter. That's Michaela Curry, her first. And the first of the second quarter for either team. Dade will trigger it in. High post. It goes. Brown over to Foley. To Chevalier. Drives all the way in the lane. Good job with the left hand. Leah Chevalier with her first bucket. Good drive to the bucket. 18-2. Devils with a lead. Yeah, we give a shout out to Sandy and Rusty Miller in the action tonight. They did a little wave for us as they're checking out the Blue Devils. Inside, good move there. Kazaria Bell with the basket, her first. She's a 6-footer inside. Devils in the half-court set. Longcore, no good on the weak right side. Ball comes out. Looks like Jada Brown will be fouling right at the free throw line. And for Jada, it'll be her first foul and the first on the Devils in the second quarter. Devils at first quarter, Foley had 6. Dade had 5 and 4 for Brown. Devils back in the half-court set. Chevalier at the point. Dade on the left side, right side is Longcore. Long three, and nice shot there. Jordan Randall hit the three from the right side. 18-7, Devils the lead. Some passive pressure in the backcourt. Ball's across. Trying to pass the Chevalier on the run. Goes over her head. Picking the ball up on the weak side is Cartwright. For the Rocks, and we got a foul inside on the Devils. Reaching in. Chevalier and Longcore both there. This will be called on Miley Longcore, her first. Team second. 2-1 right now. Substitution coming in for the Rocks. Amaya Jackson, number 23, back in, one of our starters. Randall gets a break. Curry still out there at the point. Also still in the ball game, Awude. The big girl outside, Bell as well. On the left side for the Rocks. Trying to dribble in traffic. Jackson lost the ball. Tipped on the ground. Dade picks it up. And a quick timeout as it's down right there in front of the Blue Devil bench. As soon as Dade picked the ball up and almost got double teamed, Coach Dance called the quick timeout. So the Devils have the timeout with 6:22 left in the first half. Leading right now 18-7, Quincy High band time. As the short 30-second timeout there, Devils have the ball. Full court pressure being applied by the Rocks. Dade to trigger the ball in. Foley and Chevalier in the backcourt. Brown now comes back to help as well. Longcourt, half court on the far side. Dade will bring it across the timeline with the dribble. Ball was tipped away. Bell tipped it away. As Bragg was picking up Chevalier, or actually Dade. Bell came up to help as she left Foley. Ball thrown in the backcourt to Longcourt. A couple people thought maybe an over and back. Always hate when people jump. Longcourt into the high post, Foley. She turned, it wasn't there. Back to Longcourt, and Miley with a quick move. Moved that foot before she put the ball down. Traveling, and we'll go back over with 6:03 left in the first half. Curry in the backcourt, as well as Jackson. Ball goes left side to Bragg. Bell comes over to set a screen. Bragg dribbles up. Chevalier's there. Chevalier reaches in there, and Leah will be called on the reach in. And not so much on the reach in, but the hitting the arm and fouling there. Reaching is not a foul. As you hear so many people saying, she's reaching. Not until she makes contact. That time Leah did. Baseline. Rocks get the ball in. Cartwright with the ball on the right side. Goes back down to the short corner. Oh, picks it up and comes right back outside to Cartwright. Just trying to throw it in the high post. Brown tipped it away. Tracking it down was Bell. Rocks still had the ball. Rocks on the perimeter. Rocks really getting pushed out. You got Bell on the high post and Brown's on her. Foley, of course, taking a break right now. One big girl in for the Devils. On the left side, Bragg with the basketball. Takes it down to the left corner with the dribble. Back to the top to Curry. Curry goes down to the right block. Turn around, spin, lost the ball. Rocks was there. Rock gets a pass inside. Boy, that was just good luck there. As on the floor trying to save the ball was either Bragg or Jackson. Picked it up, flipped it up to Bell, and Bell was right at the basket. Did not score, but she'll have 2. Foul was called on Jada Brown, her second. That was the 4th foul in this quarter for the Devils. 1 on the other side for the Rocks. Jada's going to take a seat. And Taylor Foley back in the ball game. Dade, Chevalier, Leonard, Longcourt, and Foley right now for the Devils. Bell with 1 more free throw. No good. Rattles. Inside, though, on the rebound. Point blank was Cartwright. but she kicks it back out. And the long pass from the right wing over to the left side, over the hands of Cartwright, and it'll go back to the Blue Devils. That might have been Jackson over there between 13 and 23. So pressure in the backcourt, 5 minutes left in the first half. Stick around for halftime, we'll break this one down. Talk a little bit about the upcoming schedule, not only for the Lady Devils, but also for Mecca Sports. Leonard almost had the ball taken away on the double team. Bree tries to go on the high post with a pass. Stepping up, taking the ball away was Denaja Cartwright. And Denaja tries to go down low with the pass. And going out of bounds is Amaya Jackson. So back to the Blue Devils. Blue Devils pressure, doing a good job of causing the Rock turnovers. Foley across the timeline. Oh, a nice lead pass there to Leah Chevalier. Chevalier got ahead of her player, and that was a sweet bounce pass out in front. Give the assist to Taylor Foley. Devils lead 20-7. Into the left corner, long course all over. Chevalier comes up, steals the ball, takes one step away, and the foul on the Rocks. Denaja Bragg, her first foul, and the second foul against the Rocks. Curry's going to take a break. Randall's coming back in for the Rocks. 4:20 left in the first half. 20-7, Blue Devils with the lead. And the basketball. Chevalier with Randall on her. Left side, Leonard. She's got the big girl Bell on her. Into the high post. Longcourt to the low post. There's Foley. Give Longcourt the assist. Foley with the good release there and the basket. She's got 8. 22-7. Give Chevalier another assist. We talk about how unselfish this Blue Devil team is, and how they're all averaging between 2 and 2.5 assists. Leading the way, I believe it is Dade and Foley. Brown might be down around 1.8. Shot good defense there as Longcourt was playing Bell face up. Bell turned, missed. Devils got the rebound. Good pass down court. Foley got behind the backboard. It comes back out. Longcourt for 3. Miley Longcourt hits the 3. One more pass. Devils went Foley into Blanchard. She came back out, found Longcourt. Rocks with the basketball. Devils back on D. And we talk about the great feet of Taylor Foley. She just kicked the ball all the way down here. You're not going to get it by Taylor Foley's feet. And she'll be ready to take that in the goal this spring for the Blue Devil girls on the pitch. Hey, let's give a shout out to Matt and Amy Longo. They're down snowbirding it right now in the sands of Florida, missing the beautiful snow out in their yard on 30th Street. Rocks with the basketball. Randall, right side with a lot of dribbling. Devils trying to match up with a double team there. Randall gets the ball back, brings it out high to the free throw line. Kicks it out for a long 23-footer. Good. Shot was taken by Amaya Jackson for 3. She was deep, and it was a left-hander, the southpaw. That broke the Devils' 7-point run. They had the 14-point run to start the ball game out. Devils in the half-court set. Dade with the basketball. Leonard comes out here in the left corner. She's got Randall on her. Tried to go into the high post to Cameron Byquist. Ball was tipped away, but picked up there by Chevalier. Good crossover dribble. Oh, and trying to go into Foley. Good steal there by Jackson. Here go the Rocks. And trying to step through and do the Euro-Asian move. Jackson got hung up and traveled. Devils will get it back. 2:23 left. First half action. 25-10, Devils with the lead and Foley in the backcourt. Cartwright will pick her up. Taylor comes across the timeline, gives it to Cameron Byquist. Cameron sometimes outruns the ball as quick as she is to Dade. Dade dribbles into the lane. Dade, nice shot, no good. As Dade was right there, took it in point blank. Ball come off the iron. Taylor Foley thought she had a steal. Instead, Taylor's going to be whistled for her second foul. Team foul number 5, so we will walk this way, as Steven Tyler and Aerosmith said, to the other end. 85 feet minus 15. The court's 85 feet. The free throw line is 15. Braggs at the line, shoot 2. She had 2 in the first quarter. Went over 2. She hits the front one. Hits the front of the iron, and it spins over. Taylor will take a seat. Kate Medemeyer into the ball game. Brown and Foley each with 2 fouls in the first half. Imagine both will be sitting in the last 2:05. Second free throw, no good. Inside Rocks rebound. Will be Rocks basketball as the Rocks brought the rebound down. It was Cartwright. We were hanging on her arm. Bree Leonard, her first foul. Devils are in the double bonus the last 2:03 of the quarter. Cartwright hits the first free throw. Her first of the night. Rocks. Only free throws before that were Bragg. She's 1 for 4. Bell missed 2. 1 for 6, so now 2 for 7. And 3 for 8 as Cartwright hits 2. Nice little 6-point run has made it a 12-point game. Devils have the lead, though, inside 2 minutes, 25-13. Chevalier works high against Randall. Working to the right side. Chevalier, they're looking for a 5 call. Chevalier goes to the hole. Almost was there. Byquist goes to the hole. Her shot was blocked. Inside, Kate Medemeyer gets the rebound. Bree Leonard misses. Byquist. And over to her back was Jackson. Got the rebound. Kicks it out for Rocks. Layup, no good. And on the rebound, a foul. Giselle Aceves missed the layup and commits the foul. Now will be the third foul against the Rocks. 1:32 left in the quarter. Rock got it out with a good baseball pass down to Giselle. Just overshot it. Dade with the basketball, just checked in actually. Dade, Chevalier, Byquist, Leonard, and Medemeyer. Short lineup here since we've got 2 fouls on Brown and Foey. Leah working the ball against Bell. Backs it out, has it tipped away. Jackson tipped it away. Throws it out in the middle. And Coach Dance wants a timeout. He wants a full one, I think, to discuss this. 1:15 left in the half. He's got his 2 big players on the bench. And he's hoping his guards can just hold on to the basketball here. Pressure being applied by the Rocks. And coming up, hopefully weather-wise, weather permitting, as we missed games on Monday night, Mecca did. We missed the Lady Raiders hosting the Pittsfield Saukeys at the Pit. Tuesday, we missed Moline coming down to Blue Devil Gymnasium for the matchup between the state champions from last year, the Moline Maroons, and the Blue Devils. That will be moved to January 30th. Wednesday, we had no game, so we had a break there. Tonight, of course, here. Tomorrow night, at the Rock Garden, weather permitting, Blue Devils will be taking on the Rocks. Game time 7 o'clock. We'll be on 15 minutes earlier. Dave Pettit and myself. Dave will be there. Then on Saturday, right now, we've got the Notre Dame Raiders at 3 o'clock at the BCC Shootout. They'll be taking on Princeton. Then we'll drive down to Lincoln in the evening and with very little time, and we'll have the 6:30 game, Quincy High against Lincoln. If the snow knocks out the BCC games, we will go to the Quincy High game, girls, at Springfield Southeast at 12:30. So stay in touch and stay with Facebook and keep an eye out. Chevalier has the basketball. We got 1 minute left in the half. Byquist steps in. Ball is lost and out of bounds. Double team. Randall was over there with Jackson. Rocks will get the basketball back, putting a little pressure on the Devils here. Randall brings it across the timeline. Again, working left to right for the Rocks in the first half. Randall goes all the way in, takes the shot, off the glass, hits it. Good shot out there. We got an 8-point run by the Rocks. Now within 10. Leonard across the timeline. Bounces down to Byquist. Cameron almost gets fouled. Bree almost gets fouled. And Bell got behind. And Kazaria will commit her second foul. Team foul number 4. So at 37.9, next foul will be the 5th in a double. And with 37.9, Coach wants to get a basket. He's going to put Loncourt, Foey, and Brown all back in. Leave his starters, Dade and Chevalier, and get a score on this in this possession. In the backcourt, Dade will have the ball. Randall on her. Crossover dribble, takes it to the right side to Chevalier. She had a screen there by Foey, and instead Leah takes it to the basket. Good job as she takes Aceves to the basket. It'll be her second foul. Team foul number 5, but it was shooting, so Chevalier heads the line to shoot 2. She's the only Devil other than Foey's and 1 that was missed. Leah had it 1 for 2 in the first quarter. And Leah connects on the first. That was a good play, too. There, Taylor came up to set a screen. Leah didn't take the screen left, and went right to the basket. That breaks that 8-point run that the Rocks had with 29.6 seconds. Brown now will come out, so will Foey. Medemeyer back in the ball game. Lannert also. Both stay in the lane. The Chevalier has one shot. Leah's second shot is good. Chevalier was 6 in the quarter, 7 for the ball game. 27-15. Devils back on defense. Rocks Randall with the basketball. Dribbling through. Throws up a layup from way over on the right side. 10-foot fading away. And Kate Medemeyer left off the hook as Randall will shoot 2. Medemeyer's first foul. And Kate was just trying to play some good D. She tried to follow her out to the right wing. Randall misses the first. Randall will have one more. Medemeyer comes out. Foey and Brown coming in for the rebound. They're on the low block. Randall will have one more. Second free throw is good. So 1 for 2. She's got 6 in the quarter. Full court pressure. Dade breaks the pressure. Dade across the timeline. Dade cuts through everybody. Off the glass, off the iron, just rolls off the front. Rebound and Layla Rice, her first appearance. Right side, three-pointer, no good. Weak side, Longcore had some good rebound position. Brown gets it to Foey, down to 2 seconds. Chevalier throws it up, off the glass. Leah had the presence to realize she didn't have much time, so she grabbed it, threw it up at about 12 foot on the run, and the buzzer goes, and that'll do it for the first half here at Quincy High. The Blue Devils 27, the Rocks 16, and you're listening to Blue Devil basketball from the female side here on mechasportsco.com. That was the cue for the band to go ahead and kick it in there, as we'll stick around here until the band does kick it in for half. Devils led 16-2 after one quarter. Ran off the first 14 points of the game. And not until almost the end of the quarter was the first basket by the Rocks. Second quarter started off with the Devils scoring. Rocks scored 5. Devils scored 7 in a row. Led 25-7 by 18. And then an 8-point run by the Rocks. Devils would answer with a couple free throws. Rocks would get one more free throw. And that's where at the halftime with the Devils leading 27-16. Leading the way so far, Taylor Foey had 8 points in the first half. 7 points out of Chevalier, 5 out of Dade, and 4 out of Brown. Those were all in the first quarter. And Longcore had a 3 in the second quarter to round out the scoring. Other side, Jordan Randall with a 3 in the second quarter. She's got 6 points. And just other than that, some free throws and a bucket here or there for the Rocks. We talked about what's coming up next for the Blue Devil girls on Saturday, 12:30. We may have it here, depending on the whole snow scenario, as we're looking at really probably lower, as I am the weatherman, but lower in Quincy, Springfield, and even up to Bloomington, we're getting a lot more rain, and the stuff north will be more snow and ice. And so for us tomorrow, of course, to go to Rocky, that's a question mark. Bloomington Central Catholic, that's another question mark. Really, the shift on Saturday morning will be the difference there, and we may be last minute for all of you out there to find out where the games are at. And it seems like every year we go to the BCC shootout, and on Saturday it gets rained out, and we shove the games to Monday. We'd have no problem with that this year, because as you've heard, we can cover the Blue Devil girls at 12:30, and then the boys at Lincoln at 6:30. Then have a doubleheader on Monday with the Raiders at noon and 4:30. That sure sounds like a good one there, but it's in the hands of the Mother Nature. Hey, we mentioned earlier as we started breaking down the rankings, Blue Devils are in 10th spot right now. Let's look at the rest of the classes there in 3A. Quincy Notre Dame moved up a spot. They are number 3 in 3A at 16-2. Lincoln has the number 1 spot there. Peoria Central with number 2. Galesburg, top team in our conference, tied with East Moline. They are in the number 5 spot. They were in number 3. Did lose that ball game against Alleman, so dropped back to number 5. But again, a good showing there from the conference. And by the way, in the receiving votes in 4A, East Moline is still receiving votes and they received 3. So that gives you your top teams out there. The only other team would be, we'll double check that. Looking down the way, that's it in Class 3A. In 2A, Central Southeastern went from 7th to 8th. They are 13-2. Of course, they did win the Classic up at Bloomington Normal. Here's the tough one in 2A. Breeze Central is number 1. Breeze Mater Dei is number 2. Those two teams will have to face each other in the regional. Coach Pettit and I got to watch the Breeze Mater Dei team. After we watched the Blue Devils beat Cardinal Ritter at the Highland Shootout, we traveled 20 miles down the road, Highway 50, and it was a good ball game between the Lady Raiders and Mater Dei. It went to overtime, and actually, was that overtime or was that the regulation, where the 6'6" center, Kirkelmeyer, had the ball thrown in from the left wing to the right block. Help was coming, too. Sage Stratton was trying to help. She grabbed the ball and tipped it in at the buzzer, beating the Raiders 37-35 in that one. Oh, and there's your other one there. Rock Island Alleman is number 4 right now in 2A. So the top teams in the Western Big Six in the girls, you got Galesburg at number 5 in 3A, East Moline receiving votes in 4A, the Blue Devils number 10 in 4A, and Rock Island Alleman number 4, even receiving a first place vote. And that'll be a good game tonight. As we mentioned, Alleman and East Moline are playing tonight. So we will have one of those teams, either East Moline will fall back with us or Alleman will fall behind Quincy. And then in 1A, I did not see anybody around the area. Nope, nothing out there. Illini Bluffs is out there, but nobody really in the area to pay attention to. The boys are also out there. We'll talk about that more during the boys' game there, as the Blue Devils are still out there in the rankings. Still with only one loss there, and that was against Collinsville. Great ball game against Cardinal River the other day in Highland, as the Devils played some physical ball against a team that pretty well plays everywhere but in St. Louis, as they have been traveling all over the countryside. And checking our crowd out tonight, Ralph Wires just walks into the gymnasium to watch. Of course, we always see Camden Brown and BL3 watching their sisters play. Ryan Brown, coach, in the front line over there. And it was really good down there seeing at the, speaking of, and dropping back a second here, at the Sophie Cunningham Classic, we saw Greg Logsdon, former Highland Cougar, went to play at Culver Stockton College. I had the pleasure of coaching him his junior year, and then, of course, covering him in radio. I got out of basketball that next year, and their senior squad won the conference, the only banner for winning the conference in the heart of America, at Joe Charles Fieldhouse. But Greg went on in business in the Columbia area, but he is still involved with traveling teams. He's got a group there, and I can't think of the name of it, and I'll have to get that because I don't think he ever told me. But he was down there evaluating girls at the Sophie Classic and pointing out a lot of the girls that work, and I believe our Nicholson girl that's a 8th grader has been going down there and working with the girls down there in the team. So it was great to see him. Brad Hughes did a fantastic job with both the shootouts. That was the Norm Stewart shootout, first of all, where the Devils went down and beat Chaminade on a late night there. Actually, it became later. I think our tip was closer to 10 o'clock on that night. But a great one there. And then, of course, you had the Sophie Cunningham Classic. And we mentioned a little earlier, if you did not hear, Sophie played at Rockbridge down there at Columbia. She then went on and played at Mizzou with her sister, Lindsay, who was 2 years ahead of her. And she is in the WNBA. And talking to Brad Hughes, it was great because he's talked about her. And I think her parents might be friends with the Stewarts. But basically mentioned that when she's home, you'll probably find her on a combine or out working in the fields, other than a lot of the prima donnas that get to that top level, and then they're too busy for, I won't say they're too busy, but their priorities change a little bit out there. But it was fun watching there, and of course that's why we did not have Brad in the post-game interview. The Cunningham girls were talking to our girls in the postseason, or in the post-game out, which was a great event. Hope to see more of that next time. We did get down there and watched a little bit more of the event, but those are the kind, that's a 3-day event down there. This year it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Same, it was not a Sunday event down at the Norm Stewart, but 3 days of basketball, and actually Brad might be up here. He said he's going to come up and try to check out our Quincy shootout. He loved as a kid coming over here and watching the 80s Blue Devils when he was a youngster. so he thought he might come up. But he did a great job with both those shootouts, and he had mentioned, too, that he's actually got a shootout in Springfield, Missouri. It's the 48 hours of basketball. It's 48 hours nonstop, so they run the games all the way through the night. Last time I heard an overnighter like that, it was the Milton End of the Year Fast Pitch Tournament in Milton, Iowa, when some of the best pitchers you'll ever find playing there late in the season before they went home. A lot of them going to Australia and New Zealand. But just a little off track, that's the first time I've had an overnighter like that. So we'll have to check into that and get a report on who plays down there and who gets stuck playing at 2 or 3 in the morning. Halftime here. We're going to break down and let the band jam a little bit while we wait here. Devils lead 27-16. MeccaSportsCo.com. And if you want to be part of Mecca Sports Co., you want to advertise, market your business, support your team, or support Mecca Sports, give us a holler. All the information's on our website, MeccaSportsCo.com. And you can always give us a call, too, or track us down in the gymnasium. We'll come see you. And that was our halftime. And thank you to the Quincy High Band. Love the jamming in between. Second half ready to start here. Devils will be on defense. Chevalier, Dade, Loncourt, Brown, and Foey. They'll be working left to right as they'll head to their home basket. Rocks get the basketball. Randall will have it at the top of the key. Curry in there. Also into the lineup. Bragg starts backing off. Jackson. And inside the big girl, Kazaria Bell, 6-footer. On the perimeter. They go into Bell on the block. She works against Brown. Turnaround, fadeaway, off the glass, no good. Goes up, gets the rebound in between Foey and Brown. Rocks have a second shot at it. Work around the left corner, Bragg. Denaja back to the top of the key. Randall into the right side. Short corner, try to go inside. We had a triple team in there. Brown and Foey were there. Chevalier came down swinging as well. Devils commit the first foul of the second half. And it was Leah Chevalier, her second foul overall. First one of the second half for either team. 5 a quarter. Base out of bounds play. Doing a good job on keeping Bell from getting the ball. Rocks get it in, but then Miley Loncourt steals it. Here comes Dade the other way across the timeline. Into the left corner. Chevalier passes the 3 up. In traffic. Shot up. Goes around for a 360. Decides to go back around another halfway. And Chevalier, the first basket of the second half. 29-16, 7 minutes left. At the point, Chevalier with Loncourt and Dade. Good defense, put the pressure out there. Bragg didn't know what to go with it. Threw it over in the stands. Do not know the young couple out there that got that basketball. No souvenirs in here. Dade down the left side behind the back. Back to the top, to the right side, Chevalier. Brown's in the high post. She drops down the low post. She goes in strong, misses the shot. Almost got her own rebound. Bell took it away. Brown almost had her own rebound there. Rocks in the left wing. Down to the block. Going down and taking an acrobatic shot from behind the backboard. No good. Jada Brown got the rebound. Long outlet. Chevalier off the glass. No good. Ball was tipped back to Leah. And Devils will reset. Between the circles, Dade. Crossover. Bounces it inside to Foey. Foey at the high post. Backdoor cut, Loncourt. Good job there. They go to the high post to Taylor Foey. Foey turns, and coming from the left wing with a backdoor cut was Miley Loncourt for the easy bucket. 31-16. In the right corner. Ooh, nice shot out there in the corner. Randall with the shot. It rolled around. It did the same shot as ours on the other end. Rolled around twice. 31-19, pressure being applied in the half-court set. Chevalier picked it up. And Leah's going to be called for a cheat foul as she was on the left side. Defense came up as she picked the ball up, and she kind of used her hand to push her away a little bit, more as a nuisance than anything else, but it was a foul. So for Leah, her second of this half, third for the ball game. Devils with 2 fouls. Bree Leonard checking back in for the Devils. She'll take the point of the defense. Jackson goes to the right side. Randall takes a 3. Randall hits the 3. Randall, her second 3 of the quarter. It's a single-digit lead for the Devils, 31-22. Foley with a dribble, kicks it out the right side. Shot no good, over the basket by Brown, a little hard. Foley got the rebound, grabbing the ball right there was Bragg. Held ball, and it will go back to the Blue Devils under their own basket. Denaja Cartwright will check in. Curry will check out for the Rocks. On the low block is Foley and Brown. They both come up to the high block. Brown has it, gives it back to Dade. She'll go left side to Leonard. Brown's posting up inside, wants the ball. Instead, it gets worked around the left side to Dade. Brown comes out in the short corner. Back to the top. Miley Longcore, 3! Longcore hits the 3. Give Brown the assist from inside out. 34-22. Nice shot there for Miley. Key time for that. Leonard at the point on Randall. Left side. Oh, nice job by Foley. Tips it back out to Brown. Good steal. Taylor dribbles through. Nice three crossover dribbles. Hands it to Leonard. Shot off the glass. No good. Bree goes to the floor, and Bree will shoot 2. Rocks number 22 on the foul. It'll be Denaja Bragg. Her second foul, but only the first on the Rocks in the second half. Or I should say third quarter. Bree to shoot 2. Bree's first, no good. She'll have another. Giselle Aceves into the ball game, number 3. I believe Jackson takes the seat. Bree's second free throw, hard as well. Bounces in the right corner. Bree tried to track it down. Bell was down there and gave Bell just a hard enough time that she couldn't bring the ball in, and the Devils will get the basketball. Bell lost the handle as she tracked it down to the right corner. 4:39 left in the third, 34-22. Devils have the ball in the lead. Ball stays on the right side. Dade now will bring it back to the top on the left-hand dribble. Behind the back as well. Layla working back to the left side. Top of the key, Foley. High-low pass. That was a tough pass to get in there, but it was awesome because it went into Brown. Bell tipped it away, but on the right block was Bree Leonard, and when she took the shot, she was fouled, so Bree back to the line to shoot 2 more. That was just right place, right time. Foul call to Cives, her third. The second of the third quarter. Bree misses another one. Only Rock with 3 fouls. Devil Chevalier has 3. Brown and Foley each had 2 early. Leonard finally gets it on the 4th one. Bree connects. 35-22. Devils putting some three-quarter court pressure. Dade and Longcore and Bree Leonard at the point. Comes across. They try to go to Foley. Or try to go, but Foley takes it away. Devils in transition. And Longcore got the ball on the right side, went up, lost the handle. Thought she kept her foot down, but came off, and that's traveling. Devils good defense, though. Leonard, the 1-2-2. She's at the point. Longcore and Dade, next level. And Brown and Foley deep. Bree's going to slap. That'll be her second foul. Third team foul of the third quarter for the Devils. 2 on the other side for the Rocks. 4 minutes left and 4 seconds in the third quarter. That three-quarter court pressure still being applied. Good passing. Gets it across the right side into the right corner. Aceves brings it back to the top of the key. That's Cartwright. Goes into the high post. Bell. Aceves in the right corner. Her 3 no good. Layla Dade, the weak side rebound. Went to take a dribble and it went off her side of her foot. And right there to take it in for a layup was Bragg for the easy one. Unlucky there for Dade as she went to take the dribble. Foley starts to drive. Into the block from the left side to the right. Give Foley the assist. Give Jada Brown the bucket. Her first since the first quarter. Devils back three-quarter court. Ball tipped away from Bell. Leonard gives it to Dade. Dade goes in for the layup. Give Leonard the assist. Give Dade the basket. Give Dade the steal, too, or the deflection. Back in that 1-2-2. 3 minutes. Devils up to a 15-point lead now, putting the pressure on the Rocks. Trying to bounce it inside. Dade knocks it away. Goes to Leonard, to Foe, to Longcore. Longcore in for the left side. Good! Longcore with a strong move to the left side. Bell fouls her. She'll have an and one. That was actually on Cartwright. It'll be her first foul. And the Rocks' third foul. We thought maybe that was Bell in her third foul. 2:58 left in the third quarter. Chevalier back in, Leonard out. Longcore has an and one. Miley's free throw, rolls in and out. Devils missed. Devils in this quarter, 1 for 5 from the charity stripe. Rocks with the basketball, Chavez. Back out here to Cartwright on the left. Randall takes it right, dishes into the right corner. Quickly backing it out there is Rice. Rice just checked into the ball game. Devils playing some tough D. Chevalier at the point. Rice in the right corner. Tries to go into the left side. Chavez. Shot no good. She was in there. Brown and Foley were both there to help. And the ball goes out of bounds. Devils will get it. Rocks are going to put some pressure out in the front. Chavez and Randall. As well as Rice up here. Now we brought one more. Bell's the only one back. Is also coming up is Cartwright. Trying to match man-to-man. Dade, crossover, and across the point of no return. And the foul with a little bump there. Chavez, that's going to be her fourth if that's her. Now they gave it third now. We actually had her for 4 and the team for 4. Devils with basketball, approaching 2 minutes left, third quarter action. Pick and roll, doesn't go anywhere. Comes back out to Dade. Dade takes the three, no good. Long rebound comes out front. Rice gets it for the Rocks. Down the right side, out in front, 14-footer. Shot, blocked, partially by Foley. Tracking it down now, here comes Chevalier on the other end. Her shot no good. Leah saves the ball, but stepping on the out-of-bounds line, and it will go back over to the Rocks. 151, pace picked up a little bit here in the third quarter. Devils winning this quarter 12-8. Rocks with the basketball. Aceves in the short corner, Bell. Foley stops her, ball had to come back out, back to the top of the key. Rice comes back here to Aceves, into the post. Bell turns, and a good job there of Chevalier coming over to help. They're going to say that it was on the move, which will be Taylor Foley. For Taylor, her third foul. First of the second half. Fourth foul against the Devils in the third quarter with 1:35 left. Back line 2-3, Longcore. Foley in the middle, Brown here on the low block. Chevalier and Dade up high. Went into Bell, double teamed. Turn around, she falls down, shoots, no good. Foley has the rebound. Longcore down the left side of the court. Miley brings it back out high. Miley starts to make a drive. Oh, and as she's going to the right side, she bounces it to Jada Brown. Jada was right there on the left block for the easy layup. Give Longcore the assist. Devils on a 6-point run. Randall back with the basketball with 1 minute. Goes to the basket. Foley just stood there, held her ground. Randall had nowhere to go with it. Longcore tracked it down. Here comes Dade now. Devils have an advantage. Bell's back in the back. Good pass there, Foley. And who was the trailer? Jada Brown. Jada gets another bucket, her 6 points of this quarter. Give Foley the assist. And here's the pass from the left side of Chavez. Randall was coming around a screen on the other side, but she went down towards the basket, and the ball went out of bounds. Devils basketball, 40.1 second. Kate Medemeyer comes in. Taylor Foley checks out. Longcore brings the ball across the timeline, behind the back. Right side Chevalier. Kate Medemeyer was setting up on the block. Jada Brown out the top. She'll go left side to Longcore. Miley behind the block. Back, to Dade. Down to 20 seconds left. Layla getting a screen from Kate. Right side to Brown. Devils still in the perimeter. Down to 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Chevalier from the left side drives. Nice shot. Little runner there. Leah Chevalier with another bucket here. 7.5 first half, 11 for the game. And the Rocks almost don't get a shot off. But their shot wasn't a very good one, and we have played 3 quarters here at Quincy High. The Blue Devils 47, the Rocks of Rock Island 24. It's Jeff Wellman, and it's Quincy High Blue Devil basketball from the female side on mechasportsco.com. And thank you to the band. Here's where we get ready for the fourth quarter here. Waste no time. The Rocks get the ball in to the right corner. Shot by Curry, no good. And the Rocks get the long rebound. We played 3. Devils are on a 10-point run unanswered. Now lead 47-24. As now Jada Brown with a hand check in front of us. I almost missed that little 12-point run there. I had it as a 10-point run for Jada Brown, her 3rd foul. First of the fourth quarter for either team. Rocks with the basketball. Randall hands it to Cartwright. Cartwright being double-teamed quickly. Skips into the right corner. Trying to go inside to Bell. Bell gets double-teamed by Brown right away. Actually, that was not Bell either. That was Woody into the ball game. Bell's taking a break right now to start the fourth quarter off. Randall with the basketball. Devils in that 1-2-2. Chevalier at the point. Longcore and Dade. Ball was taken away there. Longcore now and having a tough time with the ball and feet. As the Rocks lose the ball to Longcore, then Longcore starts the dribble and bounces it off the back of the Devils' foot. Goes out of bounds, so Rocks will get the ball back with 7:13 left in this one. Everybody's at the high post, all shooting off different directions. Rocks get it in. Jackson into the corner. That's Cartwright. Cartwright back up to Jackson. Flashing up into the high post was Woody. Randall on the right side with the basketball now. She brings it back with a dribble on the left. Stops now between the circles. Goes right side. That's Curry. Curry right back to the top. Into the high post, but there's Day to tip it away. Chevalier grabs it. Devils with the basketball. Nice deflection there and steal. Day to the front court. 21-footer. Long. No good. Jada Brown. Strong rebound. She steps in. Good move to the basket. And a traveling call. Whew. All righty. 6:40 left. The ball goes back over to the Rocks. And Leah Chevalier gets her tennis shoe tied. So Devils will drop back in the half-court set. 1-2-2 with Chevalier at the point. Longcore and Dade. Foley and Brown back at the back in the low post. Good job there from the left side. Jackson tried to throw the ball down to the right block. Longcore came down, tipped the ball out of bounds. Rocks basketball. Randall takes a seat. Double checking back in. I believe that was Layla Rice back in, number 24. We'll check that. Rocks get the basketball in. Actually, I think it's Rice, who they said was not here tonight. Shot no good. Rebound inside. Almost a putback. I believe Jada Brown's going to be whistled for the foul. Amaya Jackson will head to the line. She'll shoot 2, her first of the night. And for Jada, that's number 4. Number 2 for the Devils in the fourth quarter. 3 fouls on Chevalier, 3 fouls on Foley as well. And Jackson misses the first free throw. Second quarter was a pretty good free throw shooting quarter. 4 for 8 for the Rocks. And 1 for 2 on this one for Jackson. And that stops that 12-point run of the Devils and score the first points of the fourth quarter. 47-25, Devils by 22. Down to Foy in the left block. She kicks it out to Brown. Brown will go left side to Loncourt. Misses the three. Ball was tipped around. Foy gets the rebound. Brown drives in. Brown goes hard to the basket. Foul. I believe the foul will be whistled on Cartwright, and Brown will head to the line to shoot 2. For Cartwright, it's her second foul. First foul of the fourth quarter. And for Jada Brown, her first free throws of the night as she shoots 2. 1 for 1 on the first one. She's got 5 buckets on the night. We'll have one more. Second one no good. Rebound inside by the Rocks. Inside 6 minutes as the Rocks bring it down. Tried to go inside from the right to the left. Jada Brown was there. Long pass to Loncourt. Miley, nice left-hand layup. Miley took one a little early. She took a step a little early, trying to beat the Rock to the basket, and did. That was a Woody coming in for the block shot. Pass to the right side and out of bounds. Jackson just outside the arch, or the reach, I should say. And the Rocks will put a little full court pressure out here. Rice in the backcourt, applying it on Dade. Dade flies right by her. Dade now sets between the circles, left side, and knocked out of bounds. Amaya Jackson tipping that ball out. Tyler Sprick over on the far side with Camden Brown. .5:26 left in this one. Devils with a comfortable lead, 50-25. Ball thrown all the way over to Taylor Foley on the right short corner. Devils bring it back out. Top of the key, Brown. She'll go left side to Dade. Foley flashes over the low block, but it goes back to the top. Now it gets reversed over, and there you do it. Loncourt got the ball after it went from Brown to the top to Loncourt on the right wing. Foley with the screen, back screen, came across to the strong side, went up for the layup, and she was fouled. So Taylor to go shoot. Fourth foul against Giselle Aceves for the Rocks. Second foul in the fourth quarter. 2 apiece. Foley misses the first. She'll have another. 5:11 left in the ball game. Second one is good. And don't forget to stick around in the post-game show. We'll have a chance to talk to Coach Dance about this one. Wish him good luck on Saturday, depending if we're there or not. And then not till Geneseo, at Geneseo next Thursday. Then the big game that following Thursday. Right side, 3-pointer, nice shot there. Aceves, her first bucket. Ball went inside, kicked back out to the right side. Three-quarter court pressure now coming from the Rocks with 4:44 left. And number 4 handling the basketball, that's Leah Chevalier. Dade now back to the top of the key, behind her back. Right side Chevalier, looked inside to Brown for a moment. To the high post to Taylor Foley. Same play they ran a minute ago to Foley, this time to Brown, flashing over the left side, but Jada was falling down, and stealing the basketball was Cartwright for the Rocks. She gets on the baseline. Her shot, oh, it went in and out basically. You saw it right there. Went in the iron, hit both sides, and popped out. Devils have the basketball. Down in the low block. Foley, strong to the basket. Count it, Taylor Foley, and Taylor's going to get an and one. Taylor, good strong move once she got the ball down in the block. We mentioned didn't score in the third. Went 1 for 2 just a second ago. In the third, Jada Brown picked up some of the scoring as well as Miley Loncourt. Chevalier even had 2 buckets in the third. We'll break all that down in the post game. Shot no good. Rocks get the rebound. Second opportunity to get an and one that we've missed there. Actually third on the night. Devils have not made a free throw after a basket and a foul. Inside 4 minutes left. Devils have that nice 25-point lead. Rocks still looking for a good shot, working their offense. Rice picked it up with a 1 dribble. Skips it over right side. Aceves back around here to the left side. That's Bragg with the basketball. Rocks try to go back the other way. Going on the short corner. We got Bell, the 6-footer, out right now. Devils still playing some tough D. In there 1-2-2. All the starters still in the ball game. Try to go inside. Jada Brown tipped the ball away, then blocks the shot, then gets the rebound, then gets fouled. So Jada working hard inside. Foul called to number 22. Denaja Bragg, her third. Team foul number 4 in the fourth quarter. Devils have 2, so 3:20 left. Devils will be shooting 2 the rest of the ball game. Back in the ball game, Casario Bell, the 6-footer, at the point of defense. Left side Dade with Bell on her. You'd think she'd be guarding one of the big girls. Longcore. Oh, and a pass just outside the tip of Jada Brown's hands. Longcore started to make a move, stopped at the high post, realizing Jada Brown had good defensive position, and just threw the pass a little too high. Somebody in the band got that one. A souvenir. 53-28. Devils led 16-2 after 1. 27-16 at halftime. So in the second quarter, lost 14-11 to the Rocks. Third quarter, they picked it back up. Won that quarter 18-8. Rocks with the basketball in the right corner. Back out Bragg. Top the key, left side of Chavez. Into the left corner, Cartwright. Oh, a nice pass into the second block and scores. Wude with her bucket. First of the game. Three-quarter court, Rocks come out on defense. Layla Dade with the basketball across the timeline, goes left side to Longcore. Here comes Chevalier, makes a cut. Leonard makes a cut over there as well. And instead it goes into the high post to Foey, over to Dade, back to Foey. Foey shot off the glass after it hit the rim. Hit the glass, and back in. Taylor having a nice 5-point quarter. She's got 13 unofficially in the game. Devils close to 2 minutes left in this one, 55-30. Rocks scoring a little bit more than they did in the first ball game, as Coach mentioned. They're trying to find themselves, and they have. They've gotten 7 victories on the season. In the left corner, nice 3-point shot. That was taken by Bragg. Her first 3. She's got 6 on the night. Devils across the timeline. Bell at the point. 6-foot sophomore at the point. Leonard on the right side. Goes down to Dade in the corner. Layla's going to bring it back out. In the high post is Taylor Foey. Flashing. And over Longcore's head. Longcore is coming towards the basketball. And that was zipped. Rocks wholesale substitution now. Rice back in the ball game. She was in earlier. Awudi stays in. Both Rices, Layla and Lyric, into the ball game. Number 12 in the game for the first time, Mallory Hudnall. There's the big girl inside. I think we're sitting next to me over here talking before the ball game. And that's Elmira Horn. Elmira Horn. For the double, Cameron Byquist comes in. Also Madeline Hamby, Jasmine Lewis. Kate Medemeyer stays in. Bree Lannert stays in as well. Kate knocks the ball out of bounds. It will be the Rocks basketball on their baseline. 1:16 left. As we mentioned, stick around post game. I'll break this one down. We'll also have a chance to talk to Coach Dance. Byquist knocks the ball out. Not getting in that easy. Rice in the corner. Now she switches it up. The other Rice comes in. Rice looked at the shot, passed it up. Skips it over her left side. Dropping it inside. Oh, Lewis with a good tip out. Rocks picked the basketball up. Good recovery by the Devils. And then losing the handle on the basketball was Horn. And with 1:01 left, Devils will get the basketball. New crew of Rocks will be out, and they'll actually drop back to half court. Cameron Byquist will bring the basketball across with a good crossover dribble. Left corner, Bree Lannert. Back to the top. Lewis, high-low. Oh, and a good pass interior there. Saving the ball was Medemeyer, got it to Hamby. Devils did not lose the basketball. Left side, Lannert with the basketball. Defense on her. And she tries to make a spin move there. Rice was on her. Bree lost the basketball out of bounds. 37 seconds exactly left in this one. Devils are going to improve to 16-5, 6-2 in the conference as they'll start the second round off the conference with a victory. Rocks will fall to 7-13, 1-7 in the Western Big Six. Good strong move in there. Lewis got the rebound. Jasmine did for the Devils. O'Mara Horn missed the shot. 15 seconds left. Inside, Lewis. Oh, and she's fouled. Throwing the ball back to the official was Rice. It'll be her first foul. Foul number 5. So for the last 12-9, we would be shooting 2. And Jasmine Lewis at the line to shoot 2 free throws. Devils in the first half, 3 out of 5. Third quarter, 1 out of 4. Jasmine hits the first one, misses the second one. Rocks get the rebound. In transition, down to 6 seconds left. Back to the top of the key. Right side. Goes inside the block. Block shot there. Kate Medemeyer with a nice block shot on Horn. And the horn goes off. No pun intended. Yes, there it was. Has a nice one there. And the Devils with a big victory here to start this week off. Not really to start the week off, but since there was no basketball played early, Devils win this one 56-33. And Willis and the band with the call. And that's the last you're going to hear of the band right now as they wrap it up. Nice job out there, though. We appreciate that all night long. As we'll get the stats here for you and give you the unofficial call for the night as the Devils improve to 16-5, 6-2 in the conference now. Good victory out here. Not as big as the 51-17, but still. Devils scored 5 more than they did last time. And a little more scoring coming out of the Rocks, but the Rocks have put themselves together. And as you heard in the pregame show, sponsored by Kunis Honda and Hyundai, Coach talked about how well they played in that first game and jumped out early on the Rocks. All right. And it looks like I got the Devils score right. We'll get over here to the Rocks score, and we'll give you the official scoring here in a second. Patience there, folks. This is where we appreciated the all the work at all the shootouts that have the official scorers, and they bring you at each quarter. It's so nice that you all you have to do is wait. You get rebounds and the whole 9 yards. And all right, here's the way the game started, folks. At 7 o'clock, the Devils ran out the first 14 points of the ball game, led 14-0. They would give 1 bucket up to the Rocks and then would score 1 more. After 1, Devils led 16-2. Second quarter broke out. And I tell you, the Rocks played a better second quarter as they won the second quarter 14-11. They had an 8-point run there to get it within 10, 25-15, but the Devils at half would lead 27-16. Third quarter, Devils really picked it up, got after it defensively wise. They won that quarter 18-8 by 10, and the score would be 45-24, and they continue that into the fourth quarter for the victory, 56-33, a victory of 23 points. Excuse me there. Devils, like I said, improved to 16-5, 6-2 in the conference. And here's the way the scoring went for the Devils. Leading the way with 13 points, Taylor Foey. Followed up with 12 points from Miley Loncourt. Miley hit 2 threes from outside. 11 points from both Jada Brown and also Leah Chevalier. So 4 Devils in double digits. 7 points from Leah Dade. Dropped down to a single free throw by Bree Leonard. Also a free throw by Jasmine Lewis at the end. In the game but not scoring, Kate Medemeyer, also Cameron Byquist, and Madeline Hamby for the 56 points. One key for the Devils is on the night, they were only 7 out of 16, so below 50% from the charity stripe. Usually the Devils shoot much better than that, and so we'll talk to Coach about that a little bit and get his thoughts on that one as we're a little stiff out there. And Coach Dance makes his way up here. Coach, good victory here. Good way to start off the week and actually the conference play on the second. I thought the first 14 points, the jump out 14-0, that always helps out.
Yeah, it does. We did a good job getting out of the gates. We let it back in it by having some fouls and not being in the right spots defensively, and then we had some mismatches and some kids that didn't, that we didn't have the right five out there at different times, and so we've got to make sure that we shore up our defensive end where we're not fouling and gambling. But when we hold it and we get out to a 14-0 lead, that's a good start to any game. I'll take that.
Oh, I definitely would too. And then the second quarter, we did have a 7-point run that got us up 25-7. But then they started putting more pressure on us. And, of course, we had Brown and Foley each with 2 fouls. You had them on the bench at some times. And the pressure kind of got us a little discombobulated, as I know we all like to use out there. But you put the girls back in. We took the lead in 27-16 at the half. Third quarter, we picked it right back up, and especially that last 12 points to end the third quarter.
Third quarter was nice. I told them I was very proud of the way they came out in that second half, and they battled, and we got some good looks. We shared the ball, we defended, and when we share the ball 4, 5, 6 passes, we're going to get good looks, and they're not always going to fall, but we're going to get great looks, and I'll take that all day.
Yep, we saw those things that we like out there. One thing I know you can't control this, but I know we're a good free throw shooting team. 7 of 16 tonight. Didn't really show that tonight.
Yeah, in the last 2 days we shot at least 40 free throws each day, so maybe we'll quit shooting them and maybe we'll just see what we do from a game standpoint. But
well, shoot the ones and get all the misses out of the way, and then bring the makes.
I agree, but yeah, I mean normally we're a good free throw shooting team, and we got to the line a decent amount. I felt we could have got there a few more times, but that's just the way it goes. But the girls battled through and they played hard.
Well, you got the 56, and that's scoring wise. And you mentioned that the Rocks were a better team.
They are.
They look pretty good from some spots. So still holding them to 33. That's where we usually keep teams. So for us defensively, we've got to be happy with that.
It was. I felt that we gave up some baskets that we probably shouldn't have, but so I told him, I said we won by 23, 24 points, and no one felt like it was, we played great, and that's what I love about those girls is they know what I expect out of them and what they expect out of themselves. So it's good to see that they weren't overjoyed with getting a 25-point victory today. So we'll get back to work tomorrow and be ready to go Saturday.
I love keeping that bar up high there. 4 girls were in double figures. That was nice. Also, you had Layla Dade around her 7 points. Anytime she can put 7 out. I thought it was kind of neat when she was playing the point, and they had the 6-foot Bell out there guarding her.
Yeah.
And the Bell's got some ability there as a sophomore.
She does. She's a good player, so and they're a good team. So it'll be they'll be a good group. So.
Hey, so you want to talk wrestling now to bring the mat out?
No, not at all.
Hey, congratulations. We got Saturday. Hopefully we will see you there against Springfield Southeast. Otherwise, then we got next week at Geneseo. Big win here, and it's always nice to get a W in the Western Big Six.
Yep, it is, and I appreciate you doing this.
All right, that was Brad Dance, and, of course, his comments are powered by Cunis Honda and Cunis Hyundai on the night. Hey, let's go ahead and look on the other side as Coach got us in between giving you the rest of those scores there. And, looking across for an MVP, I might have to bail on this one tonight just because we had 4 girls in double figures. We had a lot of girls playing well. Layla with only 7 points had a very good game. And I tell you, between her and Leah Chevalier defensively, there you go right there. I've made my call. Chevalier and Dade on all their aggressive play defensively, moving the basketball. Leah got 11 points tonight. Dade got 7. Those are keys. But I think what they did defensively and moving the basketball down the court, Brown and Foley get some honorable mentions as well. And a great night there for the Devils. Let's look at the other side for the Rocks, who are now 7-13, 1-7 in the conference. They were led in scoring 12 points out of Jordan Randall. She had 3 trays on the night. Dropping down to single figures, it's Denaja Bragg. She had 6. 4 points from both Denaja Cartwright, yes, 2 Denajas. 4 points out of Amaya Jackson. 4 points also, we mentioned Denaja had 4. Fidelia Awudi had 2 points. 3 also from Giselle Aceves. And the big girl inside, Kazaria Bell, 6-footer, she only had 1 bucket on the night. Also scoring 1 time, Fidelia Awudi, we did mention that. And getting the ball game but not scoring, Madeline Huddall. Also, Micaiah Curry, she played a lot in the ball game, did not score. And the Rice girls as well as O'Mara Horn. And that'll wrap it out for their total of 33. Well, next up for us, hopefully tomorrow night at the Rock Garden. It'll be me and Coach Pettit, as the Blue Devils will travel up there to take on the Rocks. 7 o'clock start. We'll be on about 15 minutes early. Then we'll have Saturday. Never sure what's up right now. Right now we're covering the Raiders at 3 o'clock against Princeton at the BCC shootout. Then following the Blue Devils at 6:30 against Lincoln. All that could be up in the air if we have snow in Bloomington, and that could reshift us to the Blue Devil girls at 12:30 at Springfield Southeast. If you followed all that, you're better than I am. And that was pretty good to stay there. So, well, anyway, we had a blast here getting back to Blue Devil Gymnasium. Glad you could be with us here. And the final score here, the Quincy High Blue Devils improved to 16-5, 6-2 in the conference, with a 56-33 victory over Rock Island, who now falls to 7-13 and 1-7 in the conference. Glad you'd be with us. Come back. It's Blue Devil basketball from the female side right here on mechasportsco.com. Good night, everyone.